Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode from StudTech. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of work in the spawn village. New spawn village, I should say. Wow, Stud's gun shop is coming along nicely. Nice use of flowers. I noticed he didn't go with any pink flowers. I wonder if that was a decision because he thinks pink flowers aren't manly. And Ector's shop over here coming along quite nicely, I must say. Kind of reminds me of the tiki hut that we built last season, actually. But anyway, what we're going to be doing in today's episode is we're going to be building another spawn shop. A second one. I know, that's a little surprising, but this one's going to be much, much smaller than the first. Now, we need to find a spot to actually build this, and I don't need much space at all. I only need about like a 7 by 5 area. So let's see how much space is right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we wouldn't even take up half that space, so I don't think I want to put it there. Maybe I'll just put it right next to my... No, that's not really a good spot for it either. Decisions. Where do we want to put this thing? While I'm doing this, though, I do kind of want to talk about what the shop is going to be. Now, I am pretty much the only person on the server right now that has really gotten into technical mods. Some of the other people have done some stuff with technical mods, like Stud has set up a couple generators, and Kararius built like a little fish hatchery, or a little automated fishing machine and stuff, but for the most part, I'm the only one who's really gotten to the technical mods. I'm the one that's tackling the full-on factory project, and I've had a couple of the guys ask if, maybe I could help them get some power set up and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little spawn shop. Nothing major, nothing fancy, just something nice and small and simple. And basically what that shop is going to be is WelsTech. It'll be a consulting service where they can come in and they can drop off a request, and then I will come and help them either, set up power at their place or, set up some automation or whatever needs to be done. So that's what we're going to be setting up. And it's not, I've got this one, I actually planned this one out in creative mode, and it's not a very big build. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there we go. It's basically 7 by 5. And I'm kind of thinking I want to bring this back just a little bit more. Not much, just maybe a block or maybe even 2 blocks. Let's go back 2 blocks. That'll give us a little bit more room for some landscaping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 5, right? Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it looks like Scar's marked out his plot with redstone. This is where Scar's going to build whatever it is that he's going to build. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to set this up right here. And these are gravel roads from Extra Utilities, and I really like the way they look. I think they're pretty fancy. So we've got this marked out. We're going to do something like this. And then I think I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take out the floor, which we will replace with something else. I think I've got a pretty good idea, actually, for what I'm going to do for the floor. I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. So let's go into this backpack. Ooh, actually, I should probably have a crafting table out. And I'll probably need some wood at some point. And I'll definitely need some glowstone. So let's grab all that stuff as well, just while we're at it. We'll put our crafting table right here. Eat a little bit of food. We're getting hungry. Okay, there we go. So we're going to need some... That awkward moment when you realize that you forgot one material. I gotta go get some smooth stone, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. That even more awkward moment when you realize, after traveling all the way to go get some smooth stone, that you've actually had smooth stone in your backpack right here the entire time. It's going to be one of those days, guys. I can just tell. That's all right. Let's go ahead and make ourselves some of these lovely laboratory blocks. Let's just make half a stack. That should be enough, I think. And we're going to go ahead and grab our chisel. We're also going to need the diamond saw eventually, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and chisel those up. And we're going to chisel them into these right here, these fuzzy panels. I think these would make actually a pretty nice floor. I've changed my mind. I don't like those. Let's go with this one instead, these clear panels. How do those look? Yeah, I like that better. All right, cool. Now it is getting dark, so we better take a little bit of a nap. But I've got this all kind of planned out. I've got an idea in my head. I actually did play around with it a little bit in creative, in a testing world, which I don't do very often, honestly. That's probably something that I should do more. But I've got this pretty much all set. I mean, we're basically ready to go. You just got to actually get the thing built, and that shouldn't be super difficult to do. We've got all the materials. There's nothing super complicated here. But yeah, that'll work. I like it. Okay, now we can put this stuff away, and we're going to grab out some marble. How much marble am I going to need? I'll grab another stack. I think this will be enough, but that's all right. And here, we're going to raise this up. I'm thinking 3... And actually, I'm thinking we're probably going to go 4 high here. I think 4 high would look better. Let's make a little spot here for the doorways. And now I've naturally trapped myself down here. Let's come back up here and try that again. There we go. Looking good. We're going to leave these corners alone for now. We're not actually going to fill in the corners just yet. That'll come later. But we're going to leave a gap there. Because once we get this part done, then we can get to the fun stuff. Then we can get to adding some detail and making this build look really kind of cool and interesting. And we're going to go with kind of like a futuristic sort of theme thing here. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and make ourselves some carpenter's blocks. We don't need many. Actually, we are going to need a few more than that, though, because I also need to make some carpenter's slopes. There we go. How many do I need? Let's just make all of them. That should be enough. I can always make more if I need to. But, oh, did I count this wrong? Oh, no. I just put this door in the wrong spot. Like a boss, because that is how I do it. Yeah. As I said, guys, it's going to be one of those days. That's all right. Okay, so we got that done. I think I would like this a little bit better if these were in to right about here. And then we'd go like this instead. I think I'd like that a little bit better. Okay, let's take our carpenter's blocks, and we're going to go like this. And like this. And like that. And like that. You know, actually, I'm thinking this build is too big. I think I'm going to bring this in one on either side. This is a little bigger than I want it to be. So let me go ahead and bring this in. I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got that downsized just a little bit. I think that's better. That's better for the size and the shape that I'm going for here. So this will work out pretty nicely, actually. Okay, now we're going to take ourselves some of these wedge slopes, and we're going to put one right there on top of each of these, just like that. Come on. There we go. We're also going to come down here and put one in each of these corners like this. Those are going to be our lights eventually. Can I get up there? Ooh, I can. Haha, winning. All right, now, a lot of this stuff we can now put away, but we're going to want another block there, here, and here. That's going to be where these wedge slopes meet up with the roof. And we're going to put one of these wedges on top of each of these blocks as well. So we're going to have kind of like a little, almost like a crown, a couple of spires that kind of raise up and jut above the majority of the whole build. We can put a lot of this stuff away now. We're going to use neon glowstone for lights. I can't reach that one from here, but I can reach it from there. There we go. So we don't need that anymore. We've got our saw. So at this point, we're just going to use the roof. Now, I'm going to use Tyrian for a roof, which is this nice, real kind of darkish texture. I think we're going to go with these black futuristic armor tiles. That's really difficult to say. Holy cow. Let's just make a couple of stacks of those. And I'm just going to start kind of laying those down. Now, we're going to leave those out of the corners. And there's actually not going to be any overhang on this roof, which is a little weird. I don't know if I've had a build where the roof didn't have any sort of overhang for a really long time, but you'll see why. You'll see why in a minute. Once I actually get to the point where I'm doing the detail work. Let's see. I just want to get all this all filled in. Here's our middle. So we're going to leave a little bit of a gap right here. And those are basically all good now, so we can recombine them into full blocks. And actually, we can do the same with these. Ta-da! Full blocks. Okay. Now, in here, I should have some glass, and I just need one glass pane to chisel into bubble glass. And then I can turn that into bubble glass panels. And those will make up our skylights, which we'll have right here. Looking fancy if I do say so myself. That looks pretty good. Now, we're going to go back to our diamond chisel. We'll take this Tyrian and go with this one, this black futuristic armor plating block with opening. That's a mouthful. Why they gotta go with such a complicated name? That's all I want to know. And let's go ahead and apply that up here. Actually, I just had a... I have an idea. Let's grab these Carpenter's hammers, or this Carpenter's hammer right here. Take that off the bottom one. Did I get all the bottom ones? I did. Excellent. And we'll go ahead and fill these all in like this. That needs a coat. There we go. That looks good. That looks very good. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some iron and a sleeping bag because it's getting dark and I don't want to get blown up. Man, I need to make a magnum torch and put a magnum torch in the middle of spawn. That'll prevent any mobs from spawning within about 64 blocks. That'll give us some peace and tranquility over here, which the other guys I'm sure would greatly appreciate. But let's take some of these iron blocks, and actually there's a really cool iron block texture right here, these iron vents. And we're just going to put those right here at the bottom like this. And I think that looks pretty cool. So we're going to go with that. And then I'm going to take some Carpenter's barriers. I should have enough. Yeah, yep, I will have just enough. And we're just going to bring them up like this. In each of these corners, that one can go. And then I just got to get up on the roof. Up here, there we go. And we're going to bring them up one higher, like so. That looks awesome. Now I'm going to take the hammer, and we're going to go with these big fat kind of, basically it's the cobblestone wall texture. We're going to go with that for the bottom 3. Like this. Oh, missed one. There we go. Oh, come on now. And then we'll take out the middle 2 so it's not actually connected to the wall. And see, that way it kind of looks like a little, kind of like a smokestack, I guess, is what I was going for with this. I do want the iron vents to go into this bottom one again. Like so. There we go. And then I actually want that Tyrian back right here. Just to give us some, you know, kind of continue this theme throughout the build. But then I'm going to mix it up just a little bit with the chimney. We're going to go back to iron, and we're going to go with this one right here, this iron coin stack. Because that looks pretty cool as well. For a smokestack, I think that's perfect for a texture. This is a very kind of industrial, almost kind of futuristic looking building, which is exactly what I wanted it to be. Nice and fancy. Looks good to me. Okay, now, this thing needs doors. So, let's make a couple of Carpenter's doors. We'll make 2. We'll put one here and one here. And actually, you know what we should do before we do that? We should do the outside. We should do specifically the pathway that leads up to this thing. That would be the wise thing to do. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is I'm going to pull out the... I'm going to have to take out this block anyway to do the walkway, and then the door is going to fall down. So I should probably do this first. Ooh, hello, aluminum. I don't really need you. But it's good to know that you're there. So we'll do something... Maybe 2 separate walkways would be kind of cool for this. That or a... I'm also kind of tempted to go... How's that look? I don't think I like that much. I'm thinking if I'm going to put another iron block there, it's going to be this texture again. So it'd be like that. Because then what we could do is we could have like a little stair... I'm trying to think of a way that I can do this to incorporate an elevation change. But I'm not really seeing a way to do it that I like. I think we're just going to go back to our gravel roads here. These gravel brick roads. Follow the gravel brick road. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, actually, something like that might work. And then what we could do is we could go into here, grab maybe... We might even be able to use the gravel bricks again, now that I think about it. Are these... Can I microblock those? Ooh, I can. We don't need a whole lot. We just need that many. I've got a lot of stuff on me. Let's put some of this random junk away, or something. But we can take these strips and just kind of line this walkway just a little bit for just a little bit of an elevation change, which I think will look quite nice. Something like that. There we go. That looks nice and industrial. That does exactly what I want it to do. That'll work nicely. And then we'll go here. We're going to go with... I don't know if this is the exact block combination for the Carpenter's doors that Stud decided to use in his gun shop. But if it's not the exact same one, it is very, very close. So we're going to go in here and go to our laboratory blocks. We'll chisel those into these wall panels right here. And we're going to put those on the doors. Because tell me that doesn't look like a nice, real kind of modern, futuristic-y door. I think that works beautifully. I think that looks really good. So now we've got kind of a nice little thing going here. Now there's a few maybe additional things we can do to possibly add some detail. And anytime you have the chance to add detail, you really should. It's a great thing to do. So let's take this and make some Tyrian strips. And maybe we can kind of do something like that. And then maybe we'll put little corner pieces around that. Once we actually... Did I line that up wrong? I did. Well, bugger. Suppose I should probably fix that. It's for the best. See, this is why sometimes it's better to take your time rather than just kind of going at it. Here we go. Bottom side of the block looking good. And then we've just got to do this side right here. Something like that. Now, in theory, yeah, that'll make us these little nooks right here. And we can put those in the corners so it looks intentional. And then maybe we'll do another one like right here on this line. Then it will go right above the door, but it won't cover up anything important. I think I'm going to do that as well. So I'm going to do the same thing in another row, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back, and look at this. Man, that thing looks cool. It's futuristic, and it's very science fiction-esque, and it's kind of industrial looking, and I like it. I like it. It turned out pretty well. I decided to go ahead and just finish up the inside because it's pretty straightforward. Just some upside-down carpenter stairs to form a little counter, empty chest in the middle, books with quills right here that they can fill out and put into the chest, and that's pretty much it. Nothing super fancy on the inside. I might do a little bit more to kind of touch this up and maybe add a splash of color, maybe a couple like hanging plants on the walls here and here. That might look nice. But other than that, I think this one's pretty much done. So the only thing left to do at this point is to add a... No! Oh, creeper. Oh, creeper. You... Oh, I about had a heart attack. I heard that creeper sound. I thought I was going to lose half the build I just did. I can't even talk right now. That thing scared the daylights out of me. Yeah, we're getting a magnum torch for sure. That's just not working for me. Okay, anyway. WelsTech. We're going to call it WelsTech. Tech and Power Consultancy. Now open. I hope I spelled consultancy right. I think that's how you spell it. Anyway, that's what this is right here. Now open. Another addition to our lovely new spawn village. So guys, I am going to go ahead and end this episode because we are most definitely out of time. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it. Also, we now have an official StudTech subreddit. I almost forgot to mention that. managed to get an official StudTech subreddit set up. So it's reddit.com/StudTech Reloaded. You'll find everyone from the server there. You'll find server news, announcements, all sorts of cool stuff. So head over there and, say hello. We'd love to get to know you all a bit better. But anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below for all of that stuff I just talked about. So other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time. And that's the other thing that you gotta realize if you're new to this series. The builds that I'm doing in this series are not meant to be super complicated, super detailed. They're meant to be quick and easy things that you can build fairly quickly and then draw inspiration from and kind of make into your own.